Most appropriately, we are now joined by the big man himself, Professor Andrew Spencer, who is the president of the Caribbean Maritime University. The big man happens to be a very young man. Morning, Professor Spencer.
Morning, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing
good.
well.
Okay. Talk to our listeners about the Caribbean Maritime University.
Yeah, the Caribbean Maritime University, to my mind, is the most important university in our region. I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Any institution that has to treat with the human development for our gateways, we're talking about all ports, airports, seaports, that is trade, that is tourism, that is all of kind of industrial movements that will keep us thriving and growing, has to be the most important entity.
So what would you say to the traditional universities who want to push back and say, oh, Caribbean Maritime University is saying they're the best university and the biggest university?
Well, look, what I would say is that there's room for all. Remember, I'm a man who actually has a background in all the other universities too. Correct,
Right.
I was recently promoted to the rank of full professor at another university. So I understand the value, but what we are and what makes us very important is that we are a specialist university.
Okay.
And we have our own lane. Having your own lane doesn't mean you're small. In fact, it means you expand that lane until it becomes a motorway and till others want to come onto it. So the maritime industry is so important these days. I mean, the kinds of programs that the CMU offers is really what I want to get into. Our graduates are sought after internationally. So when I demonstrated the other day that we have the only fact center lab in the region, where we have mechatronics, where we have virtual mechatronics, where we have Industry 4.0 that does mass customization, where we have truck simulators, where we have ship simulators, we have forklift simulators. So we're training the full gamut, we have master's degree programs, but we also have full degree programs, and we have short programs for those who want to be industry ready.
Right. Okay. Now, talk to us about today's conference. Why today's conference and what are the strategic objectives?
So we believe that one of our strengths, as you asked, why are we so important, is how we find that nexus between industry and academia. So one of the beautiful things for me and why I enjoy my job daily is that I have a background so I'm an academic, but I've also been the CEO of a major...
So you're both academic and corporate.
Correct. So I call myself a pracademic. I know it doesn't sound great, but it captures it.
Yeah, it captures it.
Right. And so that's what today is aiming to do, and that's why we dubbed it the Industry Conference. We wanted to bring industry to academia, bring academia to industry.
Which is what we need to do more in Jamaica to make Jamaica successful.
Absolutely. We have great minds,
Yeah, man.
We just need great action now.
Precisely.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you expect to flow from this conference when it terminates tomorrow?
Well, we've thought this through carefully. In fact, one of the things that we launched today, so we've been building up to this conference, even though we're going to have takeaways, we're launching a major journal today, right? So it's applied research, but it's also theoretical research, and Emerald has published it, so it's a top publisher. We're launching that with Minister Favour Williams today, and coming out of this as well, we want to have working papers, actions, we want to have, real things happening. Yesterday, we embarked on a discussion with a university out of Canada, Dalhousie. We are forming MOUs, and we want real active MOUs.
Yeah, man.
Many times we write these MOUs and put them on a shelf. Man. We want things that are going to benefit our students, benefit our faculty. We want to develop our faculty, send them there, bring faculty exchanges here as well, and ultimately come up with a model that makes the CMU, because we said we're the best now in the Caribbean.
Right.
So we're no longer competing in the Caribbean.
We'll go global.
Absolutely. We want to be top 10 maritime university globally.
Right. Okay, what is it that you're seeing in terms of students? Are you seeing students gravitating towards the Caribbean Maritime University?
Absolutely. So everybody took a hit in COVID-19.
Precisely.
And we saw our numbers fall off a little bit, but we have been encouraged by the uptick that we've seen almost immediately after we've decided to go back face-to-face. The thing about it, though, is that by January, we're going to have a hybridized model that caters to these individuals who want this kind of online virtual modality while still having the face-to-face component. Some of our training, like the marine and nautical bits, require our cadets to be on site, naturally. But there are areas in shipping and logistics and other areas of port management where we can engage people in the virtual space. So we have actually, our numbers have not taken a huge hit. But we've seen the normal kind of fallout that anybody else would have seen. And a lot of people are interested in our space.
Tell our listeners about your courses and the courses that are in the greatest demand.
Oh, yeah. So our largest faculty is the Faculty of Shipping and Logistics. So people are clearly aware that where we sit, we're the seventh largest port.
Natural urban world.
Absolutely, and where we also find ourselves in proximity to of course, the Panama Canal, and within 4 hours of 800 million people. So people are recognizing that this is the way to go. So shipping and logistics is huge, and in that faculty we have cruise shipping and marine tourism as well. We have port management. We have and in other faculties, so we have in marine and nautical studies, we have a degree in marine transportation.
Okay.
We have our faculty of engineering, which has degrees, as I said before, in industrial automation, in industrial systems, in mechatronics, which is the merging of mechanical and electrical engineering. We have degree programs as well in security. We have a cyber security degree. Nobody else has that.
Wow.
We're building out a forensics cybersecurity program, and we're partnering with a number of institutions. So what we try to do is not to do more of the same.
Okay, so your programs are in sync with the reality on the ground.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, in terms of your students, everybody going through hard times. What are your fees like? Are they affordable for the students? Because everybody.
Yes.
Hard times, the recession is on. Yeah,
we're properly priced. I would say that the students have multiple avenues available to them. We have scholarship opportunities as well. Multiple private sector entities have come on board. We're trying to get more on board because we're part of the Port Management Association of the Caribbean, so we're trying to tap into the regional funding bodies. But we could have had higher fees. In other words, the value you get is greater than the price you pay.
Right.
So we find that our students have been finding a way to engage in a process, and we have very flexible payment plans as well.
Okay. What is it that you're seeing in terms of the funding of the university itself? Is it appropriate? Or you could do it a lot more money?
We could always do it a lot more money. Let me tell you what is unique about our situation. So we are a regional university.
Yeah, man.
But we don't have a regional university model.
Okay.
We're a regional university getting funding from one government. You see the challenge?
Yes.
So we are part of our outreach in the next year or two is to engage the government. So we're not looking for a funding model similar to another regional university. What we're looking for, because we've seen some fallout from that, what we're looking for is a fixed number of students that you will give full scholarships to.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a lot. So if the government of Antigua says we'll pay for 100 students to come, if St. Lucia says we'll pay for 50 of our students annually to come, that's the kind of arrangement we want to have.
Okay.
And so that's how we build our regionalness.
Okay.
Because the truth is that we are largely serving, we have international students, we have a lot of Jamaican students, and we have a small number of Caribbean students outside of Jamaica. That's what we want to build.
Okay, yeah. What are the arguments being bandied about, though, about universities? Then if universities have so many bright people, why is it that they can't earn more of their income? What are the plans to earn more money from research and all of those things?
Well, so that's what our funding model, I'm glad you brought that up, is so we get a stipend from the Ministry of yes? Yeah. And we are a revenue, we're a profit center, so we really earn our keep is what we do. Yeah? So we get a fixed sum, and then everything after that takes care of the affairs of the university. So we have been earning. I mean, a lot of our revenue comes from our short programs.
Okay.
We have a Maritime training center that trains over 1,000 individuals in short courses yearly.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Today, I'm running back to the university to meet with one of the ministers, Frank Witter, out of the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. Because we're training fisher folk.
Yes.
In about 9 fishing villages. They're on our campus today.
Yes.
Doing the theoretical component, then we're going to do the practical side of it tomorrow. So that's the beauty of the CMU. So we're doing the high level sophisticated things, but we're doing the things that enable you to earn tomorrow as well.
So what's the relationship with the members of the exporting community, such as the Jamaican Manufacturers and Exporters Association and those organizations?
Yeah, we're working to build that. We have a couple of meetings set up, for example, with the private sector organization in Jamaica and those other associations, because that's kind of how we need to plug in. One of the things we don't do is tell the story properly. We don't connect the ecosystem in the way that it should be. So that's a part of our agenda for the next year or two.
Okay. So what can we look forward to coming out of today's and tomorrow's conference?
Yes, well, what you will be getting is a solution-oriented kind of a set of documents, action-oriented documents, things that we'll be applying, things that the CMU, as you talk about revenue generating, will be reaching out to entities to see how we can partner from a research and consultancy standpoint to drive some of these initiatives and get them to operationalize things. Because many times we leave conferences with very...
Papers stay on the shelf.
Absolutely. And you can't even blame the people sometimes because the papers themselves become almost redundant in the minds of people. And some of it is tautological too. It's more of the same. So we don't want more of the same. We're literally creating very practical hands-on. That's what I told the people, you know. As we improve our faculty's research output, we want it to be applied research.
Okay.
That's where we're going.
All right. So tell me now, those who are looking to the Caribbean Maritime University to develop a career, what's your message to them?
The message is that if you come through the doors of the Caribbean Maritime University, what we are offering you is a comprehensive experience using the greatest technology that is available in the world. And we are positioning you for lucrative jobs, not only in Jamaica, but overseas.